resume things here for the final segment. We've got a couple of faculty members here with us, Dr. Jason Reese, who is the faculty athletic representative here for SFA Athletics. You've been doing that for how long now? 5-6 years?
2020. So 2020 I started doing that, but I've been on the Intercollegiate Athletics Council, which representing the College of Business since 2016.
Yeah, so about 8 years of that.
Yep.
And so, how's that? We're going to fire the engineer now. But so again, faculty athletic rep, which means that you represent. There's a committee of other faculty members around the South. It was the WAC for a number of years. Now back in the Southland. You guys meet, discuss academic things.
Yeah. So we are. So there is a position at every NCAA institution as the faculty athletics representative. That representative is the liaison between athletics and academics. So I'm a member, quote unquote, of the athletic department, but I'm appointed by the president and serve that person in this role. And so a whole lot to do with academic integrity, to compliance and academic progress, as well as student athlete welfare. So kind of that liaison to make sure our student athletes are being taken care of in the classroom and beyond.
Yep, and you're a member of the sports business faculty at SFA, part of that, Derek here as well. And I know that several years, Rob McDermott, who used to work in athletics, now a member of the sports business faculty over there. And you guys have one of the classes you're teaching right now, sports sales. Talk a little bit about that. What you guys, what you're teaching them and where you're putting them out in society.
Yeah, man. So the sports sales course, we've developed a really strong pipeline with professional sports organizations. What we do is we set our students up with the skills necessary to be competent sales managers.
Is this the way it sounds in your class?
You know, sometimes actually this is better than my class. So, yeah. It's more lively. No, but you know, we're doing great things. We've developed a strong pipeline with the Texas Rangers. Actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 members of their executive sales team are all SFA alum. Some of them student athletes. And in the sports sales class right now, I actually have 2 football players who will be selling tickets for their own homecoming football game coming up on the 26th. So it's a really cool experience for them.
No better way to sell it than personal experience, personal interest.
Absolutely, that's spot on.
Exactly. So again, sports sales. How long is Jason? Did you guys originate the program over there?
Yeah. So the sport business major started in the fall of 2015, and then we kind of grew that to be like the 3rd or 4th largest major in the College of Business within about 3 or 4 years. Out of that, our whole point is to give students the opportunity to have a skill set they can take away and apply to really any industry, focusing in the area of sports. And that's where you see a lot of our alumni that was talking about with the Rangers. But we have a lot of students that are student athletes at SFA. So as my FAR cap comes on, we look at clusters of student athletes to see kind of where our student athletes go. Collectively in the College of Business, we're the largest major. Now we have multiple majors. We have students in finance and accounting and management, marketing. Sport business being a large part of that. Kinesiology is another big group, and then outside of that, human services as well. So kind of the focus of it in the College of Business is give these student athletes who are interested in business and competition and how to get ahead, and also the passion for sports.
Yeah, and there are several that have come through the program. They intern over in the athletic department. Several of them have. A couple of those, I think, I believe that Bryson was one of those. Is he currently employed? Or is he still
So he is, I can say this. I guess he is still a student in our master's program, but I think he's a full-time employee now in the athletic department doing game operations.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a great opportunity for these guys to kind of get their foot wet and figure out what it's like and to get some real-world experience. Find out what sports administration is all about.
Absolutely, it's only growing, right? So right now, Dr. Reese has helped develop the sports innovation program as well. So as new technology emerges, as entrepreneurs enter the space within the sport industry, we're now developing that next generation of students to take on roles within entrepreneurship, within innovation as well.
And I would think that not only in the sports world, but the business world overall, technology is the biggest changing. I mean, it changes daily. It's going to change the way that people the 25-year-olds that are just getting in, there's no telling what it'll be like in 10 years. So, I mean, adapting to the ever-changing world of technology and how it applies in your field is going to be the big key for everybody.
Yeah, and I'll let Dr. Walton talk about this in just a second, but one of his specialties in his research is the use of technology in sports spectatorship. So talk a little bit about VR, AR.
Yeah, so we're doing some really cool stuff with VR, virtual reality. Specifically, I was actually just awarded a grant, a nice grant, to purchase about 20 VR headsets. And I'm looking at sports spectatorship in VR and how, brands can incorporate their sponsorship messaging in a virtual space. So that's my research in a nutshell, but being able to, use those in the classroom, expose students to new and emerging technology, that's just not only a lot of fun, but it's really neat and really provides a meaningful learning experience for them.
Well, I can't thank you enough, because Coach Carthel got to eat his wings over there.
That's great.
He can't thank you enough. Thanks for coming up here, helping us close it out. I want to remind everybody, this coming Saturday night, Jacks will be at home against the Demons of Northwestern State, 7 p.m. We'll be on the air here at 6 o'clock for the pregame. You'll be up there for that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Got an hour of pregame, 6 o'clock Saturday night, a kick set for 7. And then the Lumberjacks on the road for 2 straight at Lamar the following week. And it'll be a busy month of October. Homecoming then closes out the month of October here at home. So after this coming Saturday, that'll be the next home game for the Lumberjacks. Home against Houston Christian on October 28th. Get your tickets if you don't have them. This team getting better each week. You heard Coach Carthel say a moment ago. And another opportunity this coming Saturday at 7 o'clock. Don't forget the Chief. It'll be finished. It'll be there at the stadium. They'll play for the Chief. Big log, 7'6" log, and it'll be all decorated up.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got you.
Comment, whenever I was much younger, that would have been referred to as a piece of pulpwood, but not anymore. It's a log now. So it'll be the prize this coming Saturday night to Jacks and Demons of Northwestern State. I want to thank everybody for coming out here tonight, Buffalo Wild Wings. Don't forget 2-for-1 Tuesday and Thursday here at Buffalo Wild Wings. And we'll be back here 2 weeks from tonight, I guess, because on the road next week, on the road, I guess, check your calendars and your local listings when we're back here at Buffalo Wild Wings on a Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. And we'll talk Lumberjack football again. Thanks, guys, for being here. All right, we will see you next Saturday night, home of Rice Stadium. Until then, I'm Rob Myers. Thank all of you for listening. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah!
The SOB Coaches Show from Learfield.
There we go.
All right.
We gotta wait for the last crazy thing. Gotta wait for the commercials to come on. They're not coming on.